YOLO. I am a firm believer that the power of life and death is in the tongue. So I'm going to speak life into my dreams of becoming an XRP millionaire and share with you a little bit of how my journey in XRP is going. Now, as always, this is for educational and entertainment purposes only, especially because I'm not really a crypto guy. I only recently learned that if it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. So I'm in the process of getting my crypto taken off of a centralized exchange onto some cold wallets. At the time of this recording, I have stacked up 73,100 XRP tokens. Also, at the time of this recording, XRP is at about $2.60 per token, bringing me to a grand total of $190,060-ish. But with crypto, it's bouncing up and down every single day, so that's going to change. Now, in order to become a millionaire in XRP, I would need the price per token to hit $13.70, roughly, which would make me a millionaire. I think that's very possible to happen. If not by the end of this current year, then definitely by the end of next year. We have so many things going on with Ripple right now, and the new ISO 222 kicking off on the 22nd, I believe, next month, that we can see a nice jump in share price, or token price technically, because it's not a share of a company. But you get what I'm trying to say. My current thought process, as well as intentions, are to buy more XRP right now while it's still under $3. I see it like the chance to buy Bitcoin back before Bitcoin had become Bitcoin. Early 2000s, when it was trading for pennies on the dollar compared to now. I think the last time I checked the price of Bitcoin, it was $108,000 or $111,000 per token. I'm not saying that XRP is going to shoot up to $100,000 a token or $10,000 a token. But what I am saying is I do believe that it has massive growth potential as a real world value for transaction. It is a utility token. The difference between XRP and Bitcoin gains its value because people believe it has value. It is referred to as digital gold. There is a scarcity effect. There's only X number of Bitcoins that will ever be in existence, which means since there is very low supply, high demand, the value will increase. Whereas XRP gets its value from being a means of transaction, predominantly through institutions and banks, making it go from 3 to 5 business days with no real verification to 3 to 5 seconds with instant verification for both senders and receivers, making transferring money faster, safer, and more convenient. Now, my dream and also my belief is that XRP will hit far above $13. It will go to triple digits, quadruple digits, and possibly one day quintuple digits. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. If it did, I would be overjoyed, and I'd probably have to get lawyers and trusts all set up. But $13.70 already puts me at $1 million. If it hit triple digits, I'm a multi-millionaire at that point. No one in my family has ever had that kind of money, and I'm able to have generational wealth. I could theoretically sell out of XRP completely, which I have no intentions of doing, and buy back into my beloved stocks, all my dividend stocks. But what I would be more interested in doing is keeping a reserve of it as a safety insurance net, taking a loan out against it to invest, or using it for DeFi. That way I can start generating some income off of it. Because I do miss having my dividend stocks and being able to track and log them in my spreadsheets. I'm a total nerd like that. Over the past few months, I've been telling my friends, I've been telling my family to buy XRP. Most of them have not listened. A few of them have. And to those few who have, I am so grateful because I know that when it does shoot up, they're going to be overjoyed. Inflation is killing the dollar. As I spoke about in one of my previous videos, the economic system is on the brink of collapse. We probably have like 2 decades left if we really start getting our act together. You need something that is going to be a hedge against the inflation. And standard commodities like silver and gold have already gone ballistic in the last couple of years. I bought 10 ounces of silver, I was at 4 years ago, and it's almost doubled in price since then. The dollar is losing so much purchasing power. You need to have something to protect yourself against it. Stocks, bonds, ETFs, real estate, commodities, cryptocurrency. Who knows what it's going to be that's the best option? I think it's going to be XRP or some other form of cryptocurrency. But it could just as easily be any other investment vehicle that you choose. As long as you just aren't sitting on cash or putting it into a savings account that's not even a high yield savings account and watching your entire future get eaten away. My thought process on this is fortune favors the bold, and those who adopt new technology early, if that technology ends up sticking around, reap massive benefits. The people who took to the telegraph fast were able to set up communication hubs and gain information that previous generations or entire historical eras would have died for the opportunity to have. They learned in minutes what took people months to transmit by letter. That's kind of how I feel about XRP. I did my research. I didn't just blindly invest in something that some rando was saying on a video on YouTube, which you should never do yourself. I thought about it, I planned on it, I really put a lot of effort and energy into it because in order to buy the nearly $200,000 worth, I had to undo all of my hard work from the past 4 years of dividend and investing and growth investing. But I prayed on it. I eventually came to the decision to sell out of everything I had, buy into XRP, and then just sit and wait and watch. That's been my personal journey in XRP so far. A lot of reading, a lot of praying, a lot of waiting and deciding, and then eventually I just had to make the jump. I sold out of everything. I went full ham. Everything, all my eggs in one basket, like Andrew Carnegie said. Put all your eggs in one basket and then watch that basket. And a month or two ago, when it was at its all-time high, I was feeling really good because I was up to $250,000. And then we recently had the whole China thing, so it came crashing back down. But that's how crypto goes, the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows. I have saddled my horse to this wagon for better or worse. I'm going to ride it out and see how things go. It's important to have an exit strategy or an economic battle plan for anything you invest in. And I had said that when I invested in XRP, it was do or die, like with everything else I do in my life. I have the mindset of I will either succeed or die trying. So I am willing to hold this all the way down to zero and have it die and lose everything I've worked the past 4 or 5 years for, or I'm going to hold it all the way up till I am a multi-millionaire, if not potential billionaire, if it goes high enough and I can accumulate more tokens. It's an all or nothing mindset I have with it right now. And I'm interested to see where this thing is going to go. And if you are interested to see how it goes, if I end up bankrupting myself or becoming a gazillionaire, definitely subscribe and hit that post notification bell so you can follow along for the journey, because it's going to be one heck of a ride. But I'm Alex Rose, a schmuck in a truck who's gone balls deep into crypto. XRP or bust. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments below what's your dream that you would speak life into, like how this is mine. And or do you own any XRP yourself? But with that, I will catch you on the flip side.